Marjorie Taylor Greene raised $3.2 million as an infant in Congress. She's done nothing yet. I'm not anti-Marjorie Taylor Greene. I'm not pro her. It's even dangerous to say anti or pro politicians, but you kind of know what I mean. I'm just neutral right now. I know she's done some great marketing. The stuff that Democrats have attacked her on kind of make her feel more relatable even. But this is a big deal. When you look at it, I'm going to click on this Political article here. So she raised, this is in the first quarter of 2021, after she just got elected. Typically, you don't see dollar amounts this large. This is unusual. I would like to know if it's a record. Please comment. Let me know if you've heard that. I didn't do deep searching. I did a quick search. I can't find where the record is or anything like that. But this is big news. Because Political says that is a staggering sum of money for a House member, especially for a freshman who is more than a year out from her next election. I don't know why they worded it like that. She's closer to just being elected. Like she just got there. I know, interesting way to word that. For context, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, when she was a freshman, took $728,000 in the first quarter of 2019, which was a good amount, which was impressive. Compared to the $728,000 AOC raised when she was a freshman 2 years ago, Marjorie Taylor Greene has raised over $3.2 million. Why is this important? Why does this even mean anything? Who cares? Well, if you look and just do a Google search and just Google search Marjorie Taylor Greene and expel, we know that there's been this push. She got removed from her committees. She made that speech that I thought was actually her best moment in the House when she was humbled. I think Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez needs a humbling moment to be more authentic. But all this call to expel her, all this call to demonize her because she represents MAGA. Remember that. She is representing MAGA. So when you see $3.2 million for her from all 50 states, let's look at her press release. At the bottom, you see donations from all 50 states. MAGA is not going anywhere. So that's what this represents. You look at it, I'm going to read it from this press release. After an unprecedented first 3 months in Congress, Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene's reelection campaign will report a fundraising total of over $3.2 million raised with over 100,000 individual contributions. That's a Bernie Sanders AOC type of funding. Over 100,000 individual donations. Democrats have been trying to put pressure on corporations not to fund these MAGA, anyone who can carry on the MAGA followers, that movement, anyone who can kind of carry the torch on that movement. There's been a lot of push to have the corporations who are funding them be ostracized, boycotted, called racist, all that stuff. What do you do when, even if you do that, then they turn into Bernie Sanders, which doesn't, who didn't take much of the big dollar stuff, AOC, who didn't take a lot of big dollar stuff from the PAC, to my knowledge. A lot of their donations were small dollar. You're creating grassroots stuff here. And if the grassroots is that heavy, then you don't have as much leverage to stop corporations from trying to get in and donating to her. 72 House Democrats support resolution to expel GOP Marjorie Taylor Greene. What this represents is the strategy from Democrats has to change. I have been talking about how I think they're overplaying their hand with this Jim Crow, racist, white supremacist stuff that they've been really critical race theory, all that stuff. They're overplaying their hand because what they're doing is creating backlash that no one really sees because everyone's afraid to say it. No one's saying it out loud because they don't want to get fired from their job, canceled from their job. They don't want to get attacked. It's very similar to showing support for Trump. And I don't think Democrats have a full grasp on how bad the backlash is. This is a tangible, this is tangible proof that what they're doing is not working. It is just not working. If she has 3.2 in a quarter after she just got there and hasn't done anything. Greene appears to have actually benefited from all the controversies that have consumed her first few months in office. She directly fundraised off of Democrats' decision to kick her off committees for past incendiary rhetoric and warned her supporters that Democrats were trying to expel her from Congress. That's true. Greene is also still a fan favorite in the Trump world. This is MAGA. That's a big deal. She met with Donald Trump at Mar-a-Lago last week and they posed for a video together. And remember, Trump world, MAGA, whatever you want to call it, it was there before Trump. Trump just put a stamp on it. It's not going anywhere. The Tea Party movement, the Republican Party was eventually able to absorb that movement in with them and control it and dissipate it. That is not happening with MAGA. It's not happening. It's not even trending towards that direction. It's trending worse for the establishment. So the big takeaway here is Democrats raise money off of this race baiting, but if Republicans, and especially the MAGA type, are also raising money and raising more money, she's just one person. We'll see more results April 15th when they have to report. But if she is raising more money or equal money even, it's not worth it. And what Democrats are doing in the House is they're putting their purple representatives at risk. One of my favorite House members, I think she embodies what it means to be a member of Congress, to represent a district. I think extremely highly of Lauren Underwood, Democrat in Illinois' 14th district. She barely won. It's a purple district. And I think she is so fair-minded. She's the type of person that wants to get things done. Of course, I don't agree with anybody all the time, but that's the type of person I want to represent me in Congress. I think very, very highly of Lauren Underwood. Her story is amazing. I might just do a video on her. But she's in danger. She is absolutely, positively in danger when she's up for reelection. And I just hope that the direction that the party's going in doesn't hurt good representatives like her. But it looks like it will. You thought defund the police was bad. This is way worse. So I could be completely wrong. Let me know what you think in the comments. I just wanted to get that reaction out there real quick. If I'm Nancy Pelosi and I'm kind of like the face of the establishment, I'm telling everybody stop with the white supremacy. I would say stop with the white supremacy stuff immediately. It's not working. It's just backfiring. Let's try something else. So I'll end with this. What's happening is Marjorie Taylor Greene is going to be facing not just Democrats. She's going to be facing establishment. Not anti. She's going to be facing establishment figure politicians like Adam Kinzinger. So he raised $2.2 million this past quarter. The establishment is putting money behind him to take out the rest of MAGA. Like, this is a Republican now, to take out MAGA. Kind of like, let's get rid of it because we can't have that anymore. So she is trying to go up against that. Anti-Trump forces are threatening to mobilize against her, including Adam Kinzinger, who built a $2.2 million war chest of his own. For him to raise that much isn't as surprising. Marjorie Taylor Greene is shocking. Meanwhile, sources in the state say polls are already being conducted to test potential GOP primary challengers. They're trying to take her out. Republicans are trying to take her out, the establishment. we're starting to get a clear picture of the post January 6th landscape. There's speculation that Republicans would take a big hit, and many corporations froze their donations to lawmakers. It looks like there was also energy in the right, especially among small donors, to rally around. The small donors are not rallying around these establishment politicians. So that is extremely interesting. So this even allows her to stand up and say, look, while you all want to expel me, Americans are standing by me. That's a strong message. So I would say for like common people, what does this mean? I think what it means is when you see success like this, we are going to see more Marjorie Taylor Greenes. We are going to see more Alexandria Ocasio-Cortezes come up. And when you reward politicians not based on the substance of what they believe in or what they have gotten accomplished, like legislation, when you reward them for being controversial, either being an A+ or an F-, which Marjorie Taylor Greene has been on either side of that spectrum, you're going to see more of it. And what that rewards is more gridlock, less working together. So I would challenge people to say, great, Marjorie Taylor Greene. If you donated to her, great. Make sure she's accomplishing something, though. And I know some people say gridlock is an accomplishment because you blocked Democrats from doing something, or vice versa, Democrats blocked Republicans from doing something bad. At some point, there's going to have to be a trade-off to move forward. We've been in gridlock for, really, you can go back to Obama, and that's been quite some time. We didn't even do an infrastructure deal under Trump, and Biden's doing an infrastructure deal now, but we need our roads, bridges, we need stuff built up, and we can't even do that. So I'm hoping we get some type of infrastructure passed, but my point is we've got to get things done, passed. Everything can't be gridlock. And this rewards lack of substance, pomp and circumstance, and gridlock. So let me know what you think. Take care. Thanks for listening.